Hi, this is a review of InQ Future for 9th of February 2026. I will be reviewing on the 1000 tick chart for InQ and ES on 2000 tick chart. So let's start with InQ. Starting the day, in the overnight session, we had these two legs down into this downtrend, which came after a steep uptrend. So we were expecting a break for the uptrend and potentially to resume the bullish momentum. The second leg down, this leg here of the break, had an overshoot of this channel. Then we had the break, and before the market opened, we started going into this two-legged move to make a new low for the downtrend here. So initially the market went down at the open, making a new low, and then it bounced from the overnight low level. Initially we went into this up measure move, expecting it to be a potential break for this channel right here, but after finding some resistance around this area, it managed to push through, and then it retested it from above, sorry. So it made this break here, then a break, and this was the second attempt for a larger break to form, which was pushed back over the up measure move. So this can be seen here on the 200 tick chart on InQ. It formed this nice failed second entry short here. So from this low first entry short, this is the second entry short. Here I liked it right here, and it was good for a 1-to-1, but yeah, from coming into this range, price actually attempted a larger picture failed second entry short. Basically it made this first attempt lower, and then it also made this second attempt lower, but found support at the bottom of this range and push higher. So my entry was a bit earlier here, with the entry here, a bit at the top of the range, a bit risky, but eventually it did work out. So moving on, after pushing through this up measure move, price made two measure legs to the up measure move here. So this one, second one, after failing to make a new low, it created this two legs up, and it started chopping around this area here, so not much action going on, and then eventually it pushed even higher, managing to play out with these two legs to a new high, and then it started reversing. So on the reversal, we had initiated this channel, had a break, then continued lower. So this would be the first leg of the break. Then you see it's repeating the pattern here. So you have one leg, second leg on a bigger picture here with the overshoot of this trend here. And if you look here, it's the same exact scenario. You have this as the first leg, you have a break. Then the second leg of this uptrend break overshoots the downtrend, which leads into a break on the other side of this downtrend, and then making of a new low for the break till the second leg of the uptrend break. So it looks much smaller here, but it acts exactly as this one. So first leg lower, break, second leg lower, this overshoots the channel, leads into a break of the downtrend, and then two legs to a new low. And here, this is the first leg of the break, a break for this leg, second leg of the break overshoots the downtrend, then it creates a break of the downtrend, and then two legs to make a new low for this break here. So But I think it's important to look at these areas and really understand that a lot of times price creates traps around the area where the context doesn't really fit. So this break here, given the size of the uptrend, looks quite small. So yeah, although this may look good as a failed second entry short here, right? First attempt lower, second attempt lower, and this strong close above the EMA, it never triggered. There's no push above this bar. And you also are expecting this break to actually play out. So here's basically a trap trying to go on the long side, which is, could work because we've been bullish the entire day, but this is the first break of this uptrend. So, and considering the size of the uptrend, we would expect the break to be larger in size, to be relative in size to this uptrend here. So good way to spot potential traps. So then price, after reaching close to this down measure move for the break, now the break is played out and we can start looking for a resumption of the bullish momentum. So initially it made these two legs up. It attempted to make a new leg lower and failed. So this is a good setup, although it's on a smaller picture. Let's see how it looked on the 200 tick chart. So here, as I said, price, the break is played out, right? And we're looking for a reversal pattern. We have this leg here, then a break, and then it's doing the same thing as we did here as well. So you have this break channel, which has a break, it plays out. So when it closes above the EMA here, I think this is first of all good for a trade, but even here it's looking good for a trade with this up and remove in play. So it was looking good on the 200 tick chart. Coming back to this 1000 tick chart after these two legs up, these are the initial attempt to make a new high for this uptrend. Found some resistance, had a little break, but soon after pushed through this and resumed the downtrend. The uptrend, sorry. When this happens, we need to consider that a larger two-legged move to make a new high may be in place. Something like this. And price finally makes a new high for this, playing out this channel. So at this point, we have this leg here, the uptrend playing out, all the uptrends played out. So even the internal uptrends played out, and now the large blue uptrend played out as well. So it's a good spot to look for a reversal, especially since we may expect some retest of this overnight high. So it starts with this exact same pattern as we usually had. So the breaks usually have two legs. All right, it's the break of this uptrend here. Two legs down. The second leg overshoots, creates a break of its own trend. Right. So this is the break, the downtrend. The second leg is much larger than the first one. It creates an overshoot of this downtrend, which leads into a break on the other side of the downtrend, and then two legs to a new low. So similar to here and similar to here. So second leg overshoots as a break, two legs to a new low, and I think even here. So second leg, sorry, this leg here, you see playing out with two legs to a new low, and this bearish bar here, it's a clear overshoot on a smaller time frame. So it's happened quite often recently. So it's a good thing to keep in mind, and always wait for the downtrends to play out before looking for reversal patterns. Otherwise, you get trapped quite a lot. even here, right? You see these bullish bars closing above the EMA, and you would expect this to be like a failed second entry short, percentage short, second entry short, and here you would expect to go higher, but yeah, the downtrend of the break is not really played out yet, so you need to be patient. All right, so this initial break here played out, and at that moment you may consider that a larger break may be in place. You are at a reversal area. You find some support at the overnight high, but yeah, clearly here the price fails to make a new high, and it chops a bit around the overnight high, finally pushing lower and creating this larger break. And after this larger break is created, price again pushes into 2 attempts higher, which eventually created this 2 attempts up. Right here, this is already the overnight session for today, so yeah, I will cover that a bit later in terms of what to expect. But for yesterday, again, we had this clear uptrend here, quite a bullish day, a break, and so far only one attempt on a big picture at a new high, so it succeeded. And then we had these 2 legs down reversing, and now we're getting the second attempt, which seems to have failed. So yeah, it's looking a bit bearish at the time. And quickly on ES, we have the same. We started the same way in the overnight session for yesterday. We had 2 legs down, overshooting on the second leg, creating a break on the other side of the break downtrend, and then 2 attempts to make a new low, which you can clearly see failed here. So there were 2 clear legs attempting to make a new low, but ES was much bullish than NQ overall. So while NQ did manage to make a new low, ES didn't, and just pushed back above the EMA and created this uptrend. So the uptrend had this overshoot, which eventually led into a break. Let me fix my channels. For some reason they are messed up when reopening NinjaTrader. So, and then went into this break. So after a tiny overshoot here, we got this 2-legged break, and then 2 pushes to a new high for the uptrend. So very similar to NQ. And following that, we got 2 legs down, right? And it's looking like we are arranging in this area. So yeah, that was it. So clear uptrend playing out with this 2 legs to a new high on ES, these 2 legs on NQ, then a break, and I'll make another video to see what to expect for today.